Several interns and employees have asked for advice on how to excel at internship and jobs. Things that trouble them most is like how to impress my mentor, how to win PPO by cutting the competition. My mentor does not give me enough time. My project is not promising. In the last few months, I have conducted many sessions on this. As it turns out, it's a common problem among students, so I thought of making a video about it. By the way, why should you listen to me? As I converted my summer internship into a PPO with rupees 1 lakh cash prize, working with CA Tires in the year 2012. I was identified as a best intern, secured first prize, beating IIM's MDI, XLRI and other premium B school. I was doing my PGDM HR from IMI Delhi.
RPG witnessed a gush of young blood into the system this summer as 33 interns from some of the best business schools across the country joined different group companies at various locations. Of the 33 interns, only 12 qualified for the Arjuna Awards 2012, which was given to the best intern, and what was on stake? Cash prizes along with pre-placement offers, while Sunny Agarwal walked away with the first prize.
So listen up. I have gathered 51 internship hacks to help you succeed. These tips are applicable from the day you get into your college to internship program and to your final placements. Basically, it's your cheat sheet, not just for a great internship journey, rather to give a direction to your professional life. All of these activities can help you turn the table and have great instant results. No matter what you have done to this point, there is a chance to improve, and there's a chance to turn negative opinions into positive ones and positive ones into even more positive ones. These 51 points are more of a self-assessment tool. So give yourself scores and check how many of these you actually implemented. If you're getting into a college and you are to apply for an internship, this will act as a good compass for your college life. Even if you're beyond internship age by now, you can still use these skills and hacks for your current employment because honestly, they are all the same. So let's get started. Self-check number 1. When you first got to B school, one of the first things you did was to gather 15 to 20 presentations from your senior from different courses. It was around this time that your college seniors were returning from their internship. While listening to the news about who all got PPO, you collected all the PPO presentations and saved them according to company or industries to help you during your internship journey. I have rarely seen students requesting such documents and presentations. You volunteer for many events, become members of several committees and work with your seniors. But you still don't keep your vision ahead. That is getting a PPO and chilling in second year. Apart from placement, these content can also be used for other intra-college competitions or corporate events. It's time to think this way about building resources. Self-check number 2. During the end of your first year, when you got your internship offer, you connected with your seniors who interned from the same organization or the industry. Your seniors were there in the college waiting for their final placement. You checked with your faculty members and inquired about super seniors who interned from the same industry a few years back and connected with them. In addition to updating them on your journey, you asked for some tips. You can request some company documents and their project reports that would be helpful in your journey. You don't need to be worried about your project title. Listen, to create the initial introduction pages of your SIP report, you will anyway download such report from the internet from random people. Most interns I know don't ask their seniors for reports or engage with them. Getting to know your seniors this way is a great way to build your professional network. Self-check number 3. While you were waiting to begin your internship journey with the company, you completed a SWOT pestle analysis for the organization and shared it with your mentor during the first week. By showing your mentor the level of understanding you have of the organization's business and culture, you have gained their respect. During the first week of an internship or job, you are undergoing induction. Imagine how much your mentor would be blown away if you bring such document to him or her in your first week. There is no other way to make an immediate impact in the first week of work than this. Self-check number 4. In your email, you have updated your college professors, college mentors about your project journey up to this point and what you expect to learn from it. In your question, you asked the professor what you should and shouldn't be doing. You asked him for contacts of seniors within the company. Recognize that your mentor in college is your link to the world of work. He can open up a lot of more possibilities for you. In addition to this, your internship will be evaluated at college. You are likely to achieve some brownie points in college assessment by strengthening your bond with your college mentor and keeping him updated about your progress. Self-check number 5. For your internship journey, you designed an email signature that shows off your personality. The email signature speaks about you and the work you are going to do. Or perhaps it is about the team with which you are working. Promoting your business through email signature is a great idea. Take a look at these samples. I have made a video about this. You can include a survey link in your email if you are collecting some data from your internship project. Just by using a relevant signature, you can accomplish amazing things. Take a look at the video and design for your own. Self-check number 6. Despite not being required to attend, you attended most departmental meetings in your organization. If you are aware that some meetings are going to take place, you show your curiosity to be included in them. And you ask your mentor to include you. An internship shouldn't be about working on your project, but showing your interest to learn about the company and its culture and expanding your network. There is no better way to build relationships than to attend meetings and boost your visibility. Self-check number 7. You connected with college seniors working in the company and inquired about alumni relationships, shared some news regarding professors at college and other light stories. It was important for you to strengthen ties with these people so they could assist you in your journey. Keep in mind that you are new to the system and that you need to acquire some strong anchors for yourself. Alumni within the company are an excellent source of connection between you and your mentor. For example, you can turn to your alumni for advice and suggestions if your mentor is not offering you enough time and feedback. Your alumni are your pseudo mentors. Self-check number 8. During your online meetings and reviews, you have a professional background with books and other decor elements. Your background served as a way to highlight you and your skills. If you play some musical instrument, then the instrument is hanging at the back. It is visible to audience what kind of books you read, what kind of personality you have, your fun part too. It's a great conversation starters. There will always be someone with similar interest or hobbies. It will allow you to establish instant connection with others. Getting to know each other takes some time, but this arrangement makes the journey engaging. Self-check number 9. You contact your mentor once a week over call to discuss personal and professional issues. You make sure to pick up the phone and discuss things with him or her. Make them feel that you are looking forward to learning from them and have topics to discuss. If you make such calls, you will find out if there are any underlying issues in the relationship. You can tell if your mentor is happy or not. You should know that your mentor will not come to share gossips or stories about the organization. Making yourself unavailable will prevent you from learning a great deal about the organization. Self-check number 10. Your mentor is aware of your family members and your career history, and you are sure he or she will remember a great deal about you. Your goal is to provide your mentor with as much information about you as possible so that he or she can relate to you well, can visualize about you and your background easily. You should ensure that he knows you well and what your capabilities are. If you can, try including some stories from your childhood, college or family. See if any of your family members can be of assistance to your mentor. Self-check number 11. On LinkedIn, you're connected with a lot of people from the same office. You shared your happiness to be working with them. It is because of this action that they visited your LinkedIn page and learned more about you, your background and your skills. This is what we all do, yeah? When someone likes or comments on our post, we can't touch base with many people physically, but social media is an excellent tool for building your network. It's a great way to start conversation. So before you do this, do update your LinkedIn profile. It would help you a lot if you actually need their assistance in future for your project, like some info or some references. If you cross path in cafeteria or at work, you will not go unnoticed. Self-check number 12. In the company, you wished 3 to 4 people happy birthday. It was not just a simple greeting, but you made them feel valued by telling them that you enjoy working with them. You texted them a birthday wish or designed a digital card for them to express your appreciation of some of their leadership behaviors. Birthdays are a great way to connect with people. Don't miss out to make the most of these occasions. Self-check number 13. By now, you have interacted with at least 3 people from each department in your unit. It can be work related or something personal. In case you are interning at a factory unit, you should have had the opportunity to interact with all the departments. It's a basic strategy to improve your visibility and showing respect. You can ask other departments' employees for their opinions and suggestions about your project. If you are preparing a questionnaire, think of taking inputs from different stakeholders and give them the opportunity to be heard. These employees can provide a lot of information. Guys, this is a make or break deal. Create opportunities to connect with multiple people from different departments. Your learning curve will be accelerated. Self-check number 14. You have gathered input from support staff like administration, customer service, etc. In your question, you asked about their pain areas and challenges. I've seen a lot of strategy work from top B schools go straight to the trash bin because it is designed at 70k feet, 70,000 in the air without any connection to those people who are going to implement them. Without understanding the motivation and working style of your support staff, you can't generate solid suggestions for your project. The plan, no matter how financially sound, must fit with the way an organization works. Self-check number 15. You have forwarded some research papers, articles, infographics, etc. to your mentor and others in the department. You treated your mentor as a valued ally and constantly thought about ways to assist him. You are there to help him advance in his career rather than just wanting something from him. In addition, you are there to give. While working with your mentor, you will understand his role and responsibilities. There are lots of opportunities to help your mentor with such amazing content. Take advantage of such opportunities to collaborate. Self-check number 16. You have honestly disclosed your weakness to your mentor and have asked for guidance to overcome them. You haven't created an impression that you are from a premium B school and know everything. It has taken you a while to take him into confidence and show him where you need improvement, and you can't improve them without your mentor. Let me tell you, it is a common belief that leaders should show that they are vulnerable. When it comes to internship, interns have a sense of I know everything attitude. That's not going to help. First, you need to become an ally of your mentor and team. And if they don't feel like you need their help, you will be perceived as an outsider and not an ally. Self-check number 17. On LinkedIn, you liked, commented on posts from influential people in the organization. By doing this, you demonstrated your desire to learn from a variety of people. The focus isn't on your project, but also on your career and MBA program. It is important to keep in mind that a PPO presentation will involve multiple evaluators from different functions. A decision to offer you a PPO can only be made collectively. If you have not strengthened your bonds with other leaders from other departments, you are not in a position to influence them. The moment someone likes your post or comments on it, the first thing you do is look at their profile. This will enable you to let more people know about you. So keep commenting and keep adding value on social media. Self-check number 18. If interns have a common group, you always share awesome resources with them, including toolkits, videos, articles, and news about the organization or the industry. Something that can help other interns with their project as well. A key leadership quality that executive leaders lack is the ability to collaborate. By sharing and being a net giver, you demonstrate leadership skills to work well with others. It's important to remember that a lot of people from the company are also a part of such groups. They will consider you a great leader for their company if they see you working hard to build relationship with your peers also. Self-check number 19. In the eyes of someone else in the company, you did something to increase the reputation of your mentor. You simply appreciated the privilege of having him or her as your mentor in front of other employees. Most of the time, interns are cribbing about their mentors. However, you kept it to yourself not to engage in a loose conversation with anyone, not even your college seniors or your friends who work in the organization. It is common to get drunk and start talking negatively about the company, your project, or your mentor. Don't get involved in things that adds to the negativity. Negative thinking will always lead to negative outcomes. Self-check number 20. Maintaining communication with your mentor is something you have always done. You regularly provide your mentor with an update before he or she asked for it, whether the job was done or not. Communication has been proactive on your part. That makes sense. They shouldn't be getting in touch with you regarding the status. It's a common problem, guys. Interns don't connect with mentors, and on the day of the review, they come up with an excuse. Rather than waiting for the day of review, you should always go and discuss your needs proactively. Self-check number 21. While on your internship, you have already used Canva for creative designing and SmartDraw or Lucidchart for process flow designing. Whether you are doing your internship in finance, sales, or HR, you have used these two programs frequently. In my opinion, these two tools or something like this are very useful for expressing your thoughts on paper. If you haven't done it yet, pick up some templates and get started. Don't be afraid to add some design flair to your work. Self-check number 22. If you have made any mistake, you have taken responsibility before your mentor pointed them out. If you think you went wrong in some way, you accepted it in front of your mentor before he pointed it out. You may wonder why you should do that. It's a great way to demonstrate your positive qualities, guys. The journey with your mentor will last only for 2 months. Don't project yourself as an arrogant intern by building wrong perceptions. The first sign of a great leader with emotional intelligence is acceptance. Self-check number 23. Your suggestions and actions are logical, backed up by facts, and you always include details. Your mentor never needed to seek clarification beyond that. When you presented some ideas, they weren't just plucked from your textbook. You have analyzed those ideas and come up with something on paper. There is something visible on the sheets for your mentor to see. Some analysis, some strategy has been worked around the idea. Interns often come up with shallow ideas without thinking them through. So have something on paper. regardless of whether the idea is great or not, your mentor will appreciate the way you work around it. Self-check number 24. You helped other interns with their projects to the best of your ability. You have asked other interns if they need any assistance, if they need any survey filled. You increase their network by extending yours. You will reap the benefit in the long run. This will give you a better understanding of the work that others are doing. You won't be limited to your own project. As a result, you gain knowledge about other functions too. You should learn a lot from other college interns. Self-check number 25. Someone in the organization benefited from your assistance, perhaps with some COVID support in these scenarios. You connected with a member of your organization in your city to offer support. There is no such thing as big or small help, but you took advantage of the situation and called them to see if you could be of any assistance to them. Trust me guys, some help like this goes a long way in building relationships. Self-check number 26. You video recorded some sessions where you received some feedback, appreciation. In order to better serve your future work, you made a point of taking such actions, possibly to make a corporate journey video, experience video, appreciation video, or perhaps a testimonial video for your career development. You can use this to establish long-term relationship with organizations. It's amazing how capturing certain moments strategically can open up many possibilities. Self-check number 27. You are familiar with the STAR method of answering questions. You have committed to frame your answers with a conscious mind, no matter if it is a face-to-face or virtual, whether it is via email or WhatsApp. You use some framework to answer questions. It follows a specific format. Nowadays, since most communication takes place via email, this has become more and more relevant. In your mind, you are comparing your text with some standards, checklist and format. I have seen people say or write something but mean something else. A period of 2 months is not a long time to get into miscommunication with organization people. Self-check number 28. As an alternative to simply copying frameworks from internet, you have consulted resources like journals and websites like Sage, Emerald, etc. provided by your college. Remember, these are more reliable source of information. On such platform, you have searched for some similar surveys, assessment and projects that have been completed by some other organizations in the world. A few case studies were referred from such a website. This is your passport to success, guys. You paid a lot for your MBA degree and they provided you with such research portals and journals. However, these never get used for studying. Search engines are more important to you. These are paid resources, so you won't find these content freely on Google. These materials have far greater value because of their quality. Check out this video to learn how to efficiently use search engines and such portals. Self-check number 29. If you have asked for suggestions, you don't tell but show. What makes your ideas stand out is the visual element. You make others see what you are saying. If you wanted to suggest some new features for the website, you made a sample page. On Wix maybe, you suggest your suggestion with a personally designed brochure, video, pamphlet, models, etc. Guys, I have used a lot of such platforms for my work. Each work is an opportunity to show what you can contribute. Never settle for less than the best. It does not matter how small the idea is, make sure to present it big. Self-check number 30. You are always asking your mentor for business terms or practices that are not covered in your course or curriculum, but one should be aware of them, such as 5S, Six Sigma, Kaizen, Gemba, QC, etc. You must now be familiar with at least 20 to 25 terms of this type. Your goal is not only to learn best practices, but also to learn the terminology of business. This way, you will be able to bridge the academic and industry gap. Attending meetings is not going to be like reading your college textbook. The world of industry has its own set of jargons. Being able to demonstrate your commitment to expanding your knowledge will help you stand out in front of your mentors. Self-check number 31. You have volunteered to be a host at an event or a celebration. You took the advantage of the opportunity to show off your other skills. If you can sing, play piano or guitar, you approached HR or your point of contact to help you participate. By doing so, you will have the opportunity to connect with a wider range of people and give the management more reasons to hire you. People would be more inclined to hire employees with extracurricular activities, those with the ability to engage with audience. For example, you would be very useful to the department if they were to go out for a picnic or some training program. Self-check number 32. You always have a list of minimum 3 to 5 thoughtful questions prepared before the review session or any meeting. Every evening, you take the time to think about the scenarios and look at it from different perspectives. In order to engage in a productive conversation with the mentor, you read some relevant material and articles. You are also forcing your mentor to think and contribute to the organization by asking such questions. Having such question in a meeting is often helpful to other members as well. I remember the day when the VP asked me to comment, since I was not a company employee and could look at the issue without being influenced by the company. So always be prepared to comment and ask questions. Self-check number 33. Several times you have asked your mentor if he is working on something and if you can help. Perhaps you helped your mentor complete his task on time. Maybe helped him design an engaging presentation for his reporting manager. He may need your help on different occasions. Even though your mentor has more experience, your knowledge of the latest apps, tools and designing softwares can help him reach a higher level of effectiveness and efficiency. Self-check number 34. After getting some feedback, you worked on it and thanked your mentor for helping you grow. You made him believe that you took his words and suggestions seriously and made changes in your life accordingly. Thanking someone right away when he is giving you feedback will not indicate whether or not you truly accepted their feedback. Think of how your mentor will feel if you tell him after 4 to 5 days that you can see a difference in yourself and that you are grateful to him for the feedback. Why? Because of the perceived trust, as you actually implemented what is suggested. Many of us say yes to things on the surface, but never follow through. After a few days of reflection, discussing benefits of the feedback becomes much more intriguing. Self-check number 35. Before the meeting, you set your phone to do not disturb mode or silent mode. You take time away from your family members if you work from home and ensure that no one disturbs you in between. Body language accounts for 70% of communication, and when it comes to the digital world, the distraction and noise are exponential. This is something you need to pay attention to. Normally, I turn off all social media notifications, including WhatsApp. If it is constantly buzzing, I am sure there is no focus on work. Self-check number 36. While visiting to the office, you always carry a professional folder, a pen, and maybe some markers. In meeting, I have seen people asking for pens. Someone might be able to benefit from your assistance. So keep checking your office supplies, especially the whiteboard marker. Or if it is online, then you have tools like Auto Draw to connect well during sessions. These tools are great to express thoughts. Please check out this tool. Self-check number 37. If you don't hear back from your mentor by email, you try calling him. The one thing you don't do is assume that your mentor isn't interested or isn't responding. Don't fabricate stories and give your mentor the benefit of the doubt. They all have a lot of work to do. He or she may have missed your email or set it aside to respond later. If you think there is something urgent and your progress would be compromised, please do not wait. Pick up a cell phone and ask for help. Drop him a message or WhatsApp him if he cuts the call. But don't wait. Self-check number 38. You have added extension tools to your Chrome browser to help you with internship work. With some extensions tool, you can enhance your email writing skill, manage your work effectively by integrating note-taking apps, and take a screenshot of the entire page. If your company has global operations and your stakeholders are located in different countries, you use some extensions for the world clock. These are just a few of them. It's an easy way to ensure effective management. Try to search more about these extensions and tools and show off in multiple meetings. Self-check number 39. In your internship logbook, you record reflections and learning from your internship journey. You have included some of the stories that can be added to your final presentation. You know the answer to this question. How have you evolved as a human being during this journey? You have added learning about time management, building networks, and failures and triumphs with details about these incidences. I have seen interns go blank when such questions are asked in the final presentation. Such stories don't stand out to them. Even if they do have stories, they are not able to structure and share them effectively. Storytelling is at the core of everything we do. Without capturing these incidences, you will miss huge opportunities. Self-check number 40. Your mentor receives a weekly email with the latest information, status, and learning, as well as the ones already discussed. You send your mentor an email every Friday evening or Monday morning with milestones, updates, and your plans for the week. You also describe what help you need, such as permissions or requests. In that mail, you mention some of what you have learned and realized. This is a great way to show off your progress. In 2 months, there will be 8 emails like these. You can refer back to these 8 emails to see how you have approached your problems. That's a great content which you can use for your final report or presentation. Self-check number 41. You organized a get-together for all the interns from other B schools. You have captured opportunities to dine together and laugh together with them as your own friends. It was only natural that you would join if someone else took the initiative, even if it's virtual. Your interactions with others have been frequent and you have shared what you're working on with them. Furthermore, you know what type of project they are working on. Self-check number 42. To make it easier, you have an Excel sheet that lists down all of the useful resources in one place. You have compiled a list of useful websites for future use. You regularly ask other interns about apps or websites that you can use to get resources. Not only about your trade, but also about other functions. In the course of your project work, you will attend many review meetings. There are students from other top B schools. Trust me, each one of them knows something unique. Take advantage of the opportunity to learn about the hidden secrets of the internet. While you'll be working about your project, you'll also get exposed to different other segments and internet links. So capture it effectively all together in one sheet. Self-check number 43. You have downloaded some materials from the company website or system in Office for future use. During the course of working on your project, you are also keeping track of your academics and collecting relevant benchmark practices, strategy documents, and business excellence documents. You have asked your mentor if you can read these documents in order to understand the culture and work philosophies. That's the most effective way to plan for your success. After returning to your college, you will need to work on various projects in regular classes. In addition, if you decide to choose your internship organization for any of your second year project, you will gain so much knowledge from this. So keep collecting all the documents from the organization. Self-check number 44. Along with your regular responsibilities, you have worked on some side projects. You may also contribute your engineering knowledge if you have done engineering for your UG course. Being a mechanical engineer, alongside my MBA HR project, I used to perform 5S audit in the factory. I prepared a report and submitted it to my mentor. When he saw the document, he was extremely delighted. The thing I brought to the table were not as obvious as he thought. Whatever you learned in your UG or school, try to put it to good use for your own advantage. Self-check number 45. You have promoted their CSR initiatives on your LinkedIn profile. You have been a part of some of them, helped them with their cause during your spare time. It's a great way to create an amazing image of yourself. There are many CSR initiatives for community kids during the time you will be doing your summer internship. Consider participating in such events. Self-check number 46. By providing work-related templates to the company or your department, you have helped them. You have studied the existing process and created a form or sheet to capture the data in a structured manner to boost analytics and work management. Interventions of this type can be easily implemented and are quick to carry out. The goal is not just to complete your project, but also to introduce changes to the organization's daily workflow. It shows that you observe things and are ready to make small changes too. Oftentimes, I see B school grads talking big numbers and big strategies. Is someone going to take care of these small interventions or not in the organization is the bigger question. Self-check number 47. You have written a sample recommendation for yourself. By the end of the program, you have shared this with your mentor and asked him to use it to write a recommendation for you on LinkedIn. You can ask him to make any changes to this draft copy if he wants. As you know, it is hard to create something from scratch. When you provide a sample, anyone can easily add or delete, and that won't take long. I have received a lot of requests for recommendations on LinkedIn, but I have hardly found anyone sharing a sample for me to use to build my thoughts. Self-check 48. You have designed your last goodbye email with some unique ideas. As you work, you keep track of all the stakeholders who need your acknowledgement and thanks at the end of your journey. You can make a significant impact with just one email. It can include a video summary, some pictures, collage, or any other attachment. You can add some behavioral learning, some quotes from your mentors if you wish. You should not burn bridges with your mentor or anyone else in the company if you had challenges with them. You never know what the future has in store for you. Don't let anything fall apart. See the Excel attachment I created during my last working day. This was a game changer for me. People still remember me and my Excel sheet. So watch the video to learn a little about that. Self-check number 49. In addition to designing the presentation, you wrote the script as well. You plan to look little at the slides and speak directly to the audience. If the presentation is going to happen virtually, you maintain eye contact with the audience and not look at your slides the whole time. This is an important step that should be followed. Prepare by memorizing the script and doing some dry runs. Check out the video on how to make an internship presentation. Self-check point number 50. After you have reached your college, you will never forget them. You have a plan in place to stay in touch with your mentors and key stakeholders of the organization. You have a relationship building strategy in place. You are going to need these people to help you excel at academics or get a job in future. I had an amazing plan in place. I have captured the learning in another video. Do check out to learn the networking skills. Just remember, if it's not in the agenda, it will not stay in the mind for long. That's the biggest challenge of networking. So please make sure to watch this video and learn that skill. Self-check 51. In order to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the company, you asked all your colleagues to share their presentations. The first thing you did when you went back to college was to gather presentation from finance, supply chain and marketing, etc. You actively participated in the SIP presentation in college to learn. This is a great way to gain practical knowledge. When you start your professional world, such presentations will help you learn more about the best practices globally across industries. So guys, these were the 51 self-check points. Getting and being successful in an internship is a huge achievement and hence requires some conscious mindset to put these into action. But don't get me wrong, I have made some terrible mistakes. I am only human. Through these mistakes, I have learned how to be a standout intern. So, whatever you do, don't stress. Your organization obviously believe in you because they picked you for the internship. With these little tips and hacks, you will be a killer intern and soon might possibly be a part of their team. Make full use of these internship hacks. I hope you enjoyed the complete video. Do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any questions or want to share your experience or suggestions, please feel free to get in touch with me. Wishing you all the best. Let's enable the work environment to be more capable and compassionate. Thank you.